Hello, dear World of Warcraft friends. We need to talk briefly about something that's bothering players in both retail and classic right now. In classic, the so-called casino bots are on the rise, while in retail, it's the boosters who are now taking new measures to advertise even more aggressively. What this is all about and what you can do not to stop it, but maybe to contain it a little, we'll take a look at in this video. I'd say let's get started. If you want to support me, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and with that, let's go. Prinzipiell, basically, we already looked at topic number 1 a bit with the casino bots. All I can say is if you play Classic, be careful, watch out for that. Those are bots that stand around in Orgrimmar and Stormwind and basically offer you a game where you can win gold. But here, it's not about rolling dice. For example, you give them 2,000 gold, and if you roll higher than them, you get double. But these bots apparently use some kind of add-on in the background that greatly increases their chances. That's why players have been waging war against these casino bots for days now. And blowing them up, for example, with Infernals, I think is completely justified. And all I can say is, if you come across this, definitely don't accept this deal. No matter how tempting it may seem to make a quick buck in Classic, these bots wouldn't offer their services if they were making huge losses. So from what we've seen, it seems they've realized that it's a quick and easy way to get a lot of gold in a short time, and in the end, it's the players who lose out. Plus, the gambling component can of course also lead to you getting hooked on gambling even in a game. It's a very, very dangerous thing, so be careful and don't get involved. Most of the time, they're smart enough to even have the casino name in their guild tag or in their player name, so you know who you can or should avoid. Blizzard is involved. Ever since we made the first video about it, all I've read is that nothing has really changed so far. These bots are still very, very popular. We'll just have to see what happens with that. I hope that the whole thing doesn't spill over to retail, although bots don't really seem to be such a big problem there, at least not these kinds of bots. But let's wait and see. In any case, all I can say is be careful, watch out, and don't let yourselves get ripped off. Yeah, another thing that I personally find super annoying is boosters. Again, I don't want to bring up the whole topic again, you know? I've spoken about this often enough, but basically it's a topic that's been with us for years. By now, Blizzard has really managed to largely curb advertising for boosting in pre-made groups. So you can kind of imagine back in the day, if you search for a boost here under raids and dungeons, you would get about 7,000 groups, something like that. So Blizzard did a really, really good job with that. And at some point, this services channel was introduced, which you can show or hide here through your chat. And it's explicitly intended for that purpose. Yes. Dass that you can offer these services there. So, anyone who wants to boost or wants to be boosted can use this channel. You can sort it out there. Everything else is off limits. And by now, as you can see here in the chat, things have really died down. We can turn on this chat now. Honestly, I don't even know how much is still going on there now. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of boosting, but as long as they have their own space that I can hide, I honestly don't really care, because I don't notice it then. And apparently it's not that popular anymore either. Sometimes, I don't know, within 10 seconds of turning the thing on, you'd get bombarded with 5 messages right away. But the boosters have discovered a new trick. Blizzard actually said, hey, it's not allowed for you to advertise in this browser. Hey, it's not allowed for you to advertise in a chat outside of this services channel. But Blizzard never said anything about private messages, and this is where the next part comes into play. It's being discussed on Reddit that more people are receiving messages. Hey, they are Pum is a platform that links members interested in providing services, rate, and plus to members interested in purchasing it for gold. If you are interested in boosting for gold, head over to our Discord and apply. So this is not necessarily addressed to the customers. But now it seems like they're recruiting people here like, hey, look, this guy doesn't have such a bad rating. Maybe he could be someone who wants to boost for us. So far I've only read about things like this, that private messages were being used this way. But honestly, you have to say that's super annoying. So I think the community largely takes the view that boosting is okay, but only within limits, you know? And it was a long struggle to get this out of here. It was a long struggle to get that out of the chat, and I hope there won't be a new wave now and everyone starts bombarding you with private messages about their new boosts. In the end, I don't blame Blizzard for that at all. You'll never be able to get that under control 100%. I think what you could say is, hey, if you want to advertise boosting, like, Blizzard just has to restrict it, just say it's forbidden everywhere except in this services channel. Then people won't get the idea to send private messages. I don't know, at some point they'll gift wrap random stuff for you, whatever. So with that, you could just avoid these things right away. And if you're affected by such advertising, yeah, it doesn't help much, but in the end, you do have the character name of the person who sent it to you. They usually don't use their main accounts. That would be pretty stupid. But if you have such a name, you can go here and report the player. Or you can also use the help feature to submit things and report such players. In the end, it's always the best option to let Blizzard know about it in some way so they can take action in the end. That won't solve the problem within 2 days, but only if Blizzard knows about it can they take action. So all I can say is, with these gold gamblers and botters, be careful. And with these boosters, yeah, I'd say report that stuff. Well, it's not even that I want to get rid of these boosters completely from the game, but they've got their own place now where they can go wild with their ads. And for years they've been finding new ways and opportunities to get around that. That really pisses me off. And even if I just got one message, I would report it immediately because I'm just fed up with it. Easy as that. And if you don't feel like dealing with it, then that's, yeah, your only option. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to write your opinion about it in the comments. And with that, thanks for watching. See you in the next video and take care. ARD Text.